Volante! Volante, man! Come on, boys, come on, boys. bola Dieu, somebody walk on guy. Well, boy, come on, boy. Somebody, come on, guy. Joe, what's all right? Come on, Jay. Alam mo, on, Jay, come on, Jay, come on, Jay. Come on, Jay.
Pleasant good evening and welcome to the Brown Cricket Academy. We are looking at the semi-final stage between Hillview College and Presentation College of San Fernando. Hillview winning the toss and deciding to field first. Teams for today's encounter. So the score after 2.5 overs. Presentation College 23 without loss. Riyad Mohammed 12 from 9 deliveries and K. Mohammed is on 7. So it's going to be Suglav to continue from the southern end. And a loud appeal there. Umpire having none of it here. Very close. LBW shout here. Possibly just sliding down the leg side. So Suglav going wide of the crease there. But definitely heading down the leg side. So at the end of over number 3, Presentation losing the toss and batting first here at the Brown Cricket Academy. They are 23 without loss. So semi-final stage, semi-final number 1 between the Hillview College and Presentation College of San Fernando. Riyad Mohammed scoring 12 at the moment from 10 deliveries, and Khalid Mohammed is on 7. So it's going to be Dugadeen to continue from the pavilion end. Right arm medium pacer, bowling with a slip. Third man, backward point, extra cover. Mid off, mid on. This one is wide. And Khalid Mohammed there was throwing the kitchen sink at that delivery there. Just pitching and holding his line all in all that 6-stump line. And rightly being called a wide. So the leg side fielders are mid-on, square leg, and a man at the deep mid-wicket position. And what a lovely extra cover drive from Khalid Mohammed. Just lent on that and it whistled past the extra cover fieldman. Into the boundary it goes. That takes the score onto 27. What a lovely extra cover drive from Khalid Mohammed. Just extending those levers and crashing that ball through extra cover. And it takes the score onto 28. So Presentation College here taking full toll of the power play here. The fielders outside the circle, third man and the deep mid wicket. And Khalid Mohammed going for an ill-advised pull shot there, only getting the top edge there. And he has to leave for 11. So Dugadeen going hard into the pitch there. Khalid Mohammed unable to get any kind of control. And that's an extremely big loss for Khalid Mohammed there. But it brings the like of Adi Ramsaran out to the middle. So Presentation College losing their first wicket here in the 4th over. They are now 28 for 1 after 3.2 overs. Riyad Mohammed, he has 12 from 10 deliveries. And it brings out the young wicketkeeper batsman from Central Trinidad, Adi Ramsaran. So it's semi-final number stage here at the Brown Cricket Academy. It's between the Hillview College and Presentation College of from San Fernando. So Presentation College looking to go hard in this power play overs here. First 6 overs, mind you, 2 players are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. So presently, the Hillview College, they employing a third man. Very fine indeed. And a deep mid-wicket on the boundary. So those are the 2 fielders outside the circle. So Dugadeen bowling with a third man, a backward point, cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, deep mid-wicket, and a square leg in place. So Dugadeen just testing Adi outside the line of the off stump, but Adi knowing exactly where his off stump is, just allows it to go into the mid of the wicketkeeper. So 5 runs from this over thus far. And this one is cut away. It goes into the boundary. So Adi Ramsaran opening his account short and wide from Dugadeen and being asked, just sitting up outside the line of the off stump there, short and wide. And Adi Ramsaran did need another invitation to crash that ball through that extra cover there. Backward point, my apology, for 4 runs. So Dugadeen into his 2nd over, 1 for 19 thus far. His skipper want him to at least pry out another wicket. Presentation College here. And what a lovely delivery. Just pitching on the line of the off stump there, holding its line. Adi Ramsaran has no answer for that ball. It just goes past the outside edge. Fortunately for Presentation College, it doesn't take the edge, but a lovely delivery, a very good comeback delivery here from Dugadeen. Yeah, adjusting his line and length really well here, having been crashed through backward point for a boundary in the previous ball. And this delivery was a bit too close to Adi Ramsaran to go for that cut shot. It just goes over the top edge of the bat into the wicketkeeper. And at the end of over number 4, Hillview College winging the toss and asking Presentation College to have first strike here at the Brown Cricket Academy. They are very well placed here at 32 for 1 in the fourth over. So two more overs in the power play here to go. And we'll just have to wait and see how Riyad Mohammed and Adi Ramsaran goes about the next two overs. Are they going to take the aerial route and try and maximize this power play overs, or are they just going to try and consolidate and build a partnership and try and bat to the end? Riyad Mohammed, as we know, he can change gears as well. He does have that ability to take on the bowlers from time to time. So Presentation College, he's been one of the mainstay in terms of their batting unit. So a lot is expected from this young man, Riyad Mohammed. Only today being selected to represent South in the North-South Classic in the under-19 on Friday. So it's going to be Juman from the southern end, left arm orthodox bowler. So I'm really excited to see this matchup here. Juman coming into the left-hander. So Riyad Mohammed with possibly licking his lips here to try and take him downtown. With that ball coming into him. Straight is also a very good option as well for the left-handers batting against the left-arm orthodox bowlers. And this one is played nicely, a conventional sweet shot. Juman just straight in line and length. And Riyad Mohammed, you beauty, just caressing that ball behind backward square for a boundary. So that takes the score on to 36 for 1 from 4.2 overs. And Riyad Mohammed is really looking solid here at the Brown Cricket Academy. But what's more important for Presentation College, with his presence out in the middle, they'll be looking to really cash in this power play overs. So it's going to be Juman from the southern end. Bang on target. This one is caressed out to extra cover. There's no run. The score remains on 36. Juman, left arm orthodox bowler, bowling with a backward point. A short third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, mid off, long on, mid wicket. This one is nicely lined. Bang on target. Riyad Mohammed just trying to find the gap on the onside there, trying to bisect mid wicket and the square leg, but going straight to the fielder at mid wicket. There's no run. The score remains at 36 for 1. Juman bowling from the southern end, left arm orthodox bowler. And this one is caressed down to long on. There's a single. So the score moves on by 1. It's now 37 for 1 in the fifth over. But it brings the young, exciting wicketkeeper batsman from Presentation College, Adi Ramsaran, on strike. So immediately we see that Juman has gone around the wicket to the left-hander, trying to angle the ball into the right-hander and getting it to spun away from him from the outside edge. So Juman bowling to Adi with a short third man, backward point, cover on the boundary, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, square leg. But this one, he's going for an almighty heave-o, making no contact. And I honestly think that at this stage, Adi Ramsaran, being the junior partner, might be just well advised to just try and get the pace of the pitch and just try and knock it around and allow the likes of Riyad Mohammed to continue, to take on the bowlers here. He shouldn't try to be matching Riyad Mohammed stroke for stroke at this stage. What's needed here is for the rotation of the strike, and more importantly, to get as much as possible from the power play overs. So we into the final power play over. So it's going to be Ragunanan. He's going to be bowling to Riyad Mohammed. So bang and target. Riyad Mohammed rocks onto the back foot, trying to work that ball through that mid-wicket region, which is vacant at this time. But not getting the timing right on this occasion. And again, trying to repeat that shot, but not getting the timing at all. So the slip disappears now. The slip goes into that short mid-wicket position. So now Riyad Mohammed will have something else to think about. Nicely flighted delivery, attempted sweep shot. It goes down to short fine leg. We'll just wait and see what the umpire signals. So it's a leg by. So that takes the score on to 38 for 1. But it brings Adi Ramsaran back on strike. So Ragunanan bowling from the pavilion end. Right arm off spinner. Adi just trying to open up a bit there. Work that one straight to mid-wicket. There's no run. So we're seeing a bit of spin on offer here. Possibly a bit of moisture. Preparation moisture very existent at this stage. But this one is driven handsomely down to mid-off. Excellent piece of fielding. But it's only going to be a single. That takes the score on to 39 for 1. Riyad Mohammed is on 17 and Adi Ramsaran, he's on 5. So Ragunanan starting extremely well here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. And this is a nicely flighted delivery. Is he bowled behind his back? Yes, ball all over the shop here is Riyad Mohammed playing an ill-advised sweep shot. Going too much inside the line of the delivery. Hitting possibly the glove and ricocheting into the wicket there. So Presentation College losing their second wicket, and what an important wicket on the stroke of the end of the power play there. Riyad Mohammed exposing his leg stump and having it be knocked back there by Ragunanan. So Presentation College losing their second wicket after the power play over. They are now 39 for 2. It brings out the very exciting young right-hander from Southeast in Brendan Boodoo. So Hillview College making some inroads into this Presentation College batting lineup there. Riyad Mohammed just trying to be a bit too cute and losing his leg pull there. Ball all over the shop by Ragunanan. So all smiles from the dugout, from the Hillview College dugout there. They're all smiling because they know what a prize wicket indeed is that of Riyad Mohammed. But this Presentation College, they do bat very, very deep indeed. But it brings out one of the most exciting youngsters coming through the age group ranks here in Brendan Boodoo. Lovely flighted delivery from Ragunanan. Just eased out to extra cover. There's no run. So at the end of the power play, Presentation College being asked to bat by Hillview College. They are 39 for 2. The current run rate stands at 6.5. Brendan Boodoo is yet to get off the mark. And Adi Ramsaran, he's on 5 from 7 deliveries. So even Stevens, if you ask me here in this first semi-final encounter between Hillview College and Presentation College of San Fernando. So a lot to play for here for all these youngsters participating. So it's going to be Juman to continue from the southern end. So the umpire signaling the end of the power play overs. They are now allowed 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Short and wide for Juman. Adi unable to find the gap there at that backward point position. Hitting it straight to the fielder. There's no run. So a bit of frustration here creeping in from Adi Ramsar, and he just needs to keep his cool. Keep rotation of the strike. So Juman starting extremely well, having conceded just 1 in his last over. This one is played backward a point. Lovely bit of feeling there. They're only going to get 1. Adi just trying to late cut that ball, but some excellent fielding from the fieldsman at backward point. So you're looking at the SSCL first quarter final T20 between the Hillview College and Presentation College of San Fernando. Lovely flighted delivery from Juman. This one just eased away into that short third man position. They're gonna be so it's gonna be a single offer. So Brendan Boodoo, he's off and running. But it brings Adi Ramsaran back on strike. So full toss. This one is swatted away to mid-on. It's only going to be a single. Ramsaran just missing out on that full toss on leg stump. Should have been hoisted away over that deep mid-wicket region. Not making the connection is Adi Ramsaran, but it brings the likes of Brendan Boodoo back on strike. This one is played to backward point. So Presentation College dealing in singles at this time, having lost the very experienced and the very prolific opening batter in Riyad Mohammed. Both Riyad Mohammed and Kaleem Mohammed, they both have really created nightmares for the bowlers here in the Secondary Schools League, but today perishing very, very early in the piece. So Juman doing exactly what the skipper wants from him, not giving away boundaries. So after over number 7, Presentation College has really been strangled. They're now being strangled here by the Hillview College bowlers. Both Juman and Raghunanan doing an extremely good job by containing these young batters from Presentation College. So it's going to be a change from the pavilion end. Jordan Mohammed is going to be taking up the attack from the pavilion end. He's going to be bowling to Brendan Boodoo with a third man, a backward point, extra cover on the boundary, long off, long on, and a deep mid-wicket on the boundary. So another left arm spinner. This one is swatted away to deep mid-wicket. Lovely bit of feeling there. So only going to be a single. Boodoo just missing out on that long hop there from Mohammed. So Hillview College trying to get their spinners out of the way in this contest. Introducing them at a very early stage. Jordan Mohammed picking up the attack from the pavilion end. Oh, and a lovely flighted delivery there. Not much Budu could have done with that except to just stab it out at that backward point region. But at the end, they get a single. So it's a rebuilding job for both Brendan Budu and Adi Ramsaran at this stage of the presentation innings. And Adi Ramsaran trying to take matters in his own hand there. Jordan into Adi Ramsaran. Nicely flighted delivery. His eyes did lip up here, but the wicketkeeper wasn't able to affect the stumping. And this one just goes over the head of mid-wicket there. So Adi Ramsaran trying to break the shackles here at the Brownlow Cricket Academy. But excellent bowling from Jordan Mohammed, giving the ball some generous flight indeed, asking the batters to come down and have a go at them. And what I like about this youngster is getting the ball above the eye line of the batters. Oh, and what a very fortunate situation there for the presentation batter there, Brendan Budu. Trying to come back for that second run, but untidy work from the wicketkeeper there. Had he held that ball, held onto that ball, Brendan Budu would have been a goner there. Trying to get that ball over that backward square position, losing his bat. Trying to get that second run. So at the end of the 8th over, Presentation College being asked to bat by Hillview College. They are 50 for 2 with Brendan Budu on 5 and Adi Ramsaran on 11. So you're looking at the SSCL, the Secondary Schools Cricket League T20 first semi-final here at the Brownlow Cricket Academy. It's Hillview College versus the mighty Presentation College, who have already secured the 50 over competition by coming first. So Presentation College of San Fernando, they're trying to arrest all titles by the SSCL here, having secured that 50 over title, and now they are into the semi-final stage here against Hillview College. So Brendan Budu, what an exciting young talent indeed. Comes all the way from Southeast. So Hillview College, they're really tightening the reins here at the Brownlow Cricket Academy. Both Jordan Mohammed and this one is just shoveled away into that square leg position for 1. That takes the score on to 51 for 2 after 8.1 over. It brings the very exciting Adi Ramsaran. This one is played late down to that third man region. Some poor bit of feeling from the fieldsman at that third man in that third man region. It allows that second run. So Brendan Boodoo, he moves on by 2. That takes his score on to 7. So excellent running between these two young men. Very energetic indeed. Does bring a lot of energy to the presentation college unit. And again, this one has just been angled away into that third man region. But if you ask me, it's a bit too easy for these presentation batters. I would really love to see these guys coming a bit tighter and create some doubt in the minds of the batters here at the Brown Cricket Academy. So it's going to be Chuman from the southern end. An excellent running again from the presentation duo of Brendan Boodoo and Adi Ramsaran, enabling them to get that second run. So very aggressive running indeed between the wickets here. Brendan Boodoo and Adi Ramsaran, they're showing that they mean business here at the Brownlow Cricket Academy. So it's over number 9, the 2-man in operation from the southern end. And this one is caress of the back foot straight to that extra cover position. There's no run. And a lovely drive, but there isn't going to be no run. So Hillview College really tightening the reins on these presentation batters. So after over number 9, the score, Presentation College being asked to bat here at the Brownlow Cricket Academy in the first semi-final encounter between Hillview and Presentation San Fernando. They are 56-2 after over number 9. Brendan Boodoo is 8 from 11 deliveries, and Adi Ramsaran, he's on 14. So just looking at the players on the bench there, Riyad Mohammed still trying to fathom exactly what he did while he was batting out in the middle, exposing his leg stump there, trying to play that cheeky sweep shot and losing his leg pull in the process. So it's going to be Jordan Mohammed from the pavilion end. He's going to be bowling to Adi Ramsaran. And my word, what an excellent piece of fielding there on the long on boundary. Just picking up and in one motion, releasing that ball like a rocket and hitting the stump there direct. So that's the end of Brendan Boodoo. But it was done, he was undone by an excellent piece of fielding there from the Hillview fieldsman at that long on position, picking up and in one motion releasing and knocking out the middle stump straight out of the ground. Presentation College losing another wicket here via the run out route, attempting that second run. So we are seeing a very pensive looking rider, Ramsaran there, Adi's father, who's the coach of the Presentation College there. He cannot fathom exactly what transpired there. And we are back live here. So Rampasad, it joins Adi Ramsaran out in the middle. Direct hit, and it was cuttings for the young man Brendan Boodoo. So Presentation College losing a critical wicket here in the piece. So poor feeling here results in an extra run. Ill advised, may I say, from the Hillview fielders. The batters weren't going anywhere. But the wicket keeper trying to affect that run out. So I'd like to welcome my very good friend Kadir Mohammed. Welcome, Kadir Mohammed, to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy.
Yeah, good evening, viewers, and good evening, Anil. Yeah, 60 for 3 at this stage. Losing 3 very important wickets. Khalil Mohammed, Riyad Mohammed, and Brendan Boodoo. The 3 men to fall, Anil, and these were the men that certainly would have given the Presentation College team an excellent start throughout the season, and now having lost these crucial batsmen, it's up to Rampasad and Ramsaran to really put up a good score.
But Hillview College is really holding their own here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. What I'd like to see, though, from the Hillview fielders is possibly coming a bit tighter, especially with one batter still to establish himself. Adi Ramsaran has been out there for a period of time, but just try and bowl on one side of the wicket and really try and squeeze these guys. I think that's what, if these Hillview fielders within the ring could really make that special effort to stop those singles, that rotation of the strike. I honestly think that we're gonna see these guys really struggle here tonight. I'd like to welcome Mr. Michael Roper. Pleasant good night, my brother.
Yeah, definitely. Right on cue, Anil. Well, it's going to be Kadir Juman. 3 overs, none for 16. Good spell so far. Going to complete his quota of 4.
So Truman bowler with a turn man, a backward point, extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket, square leg, and that fielder at the deep mid wicket position. So now 3 fielders goes out. The long off is now being stationed. There's a cover on the extra cover boundary, sweeping. But excellent bowling from Truman there, bowling into the pads of Rampasad. Not much he could do with it other than just punch it down to mid-on. What's your take at this stage, Kadir?
Well, I think at this stage, Hillview College would be definitely feeling good about themselves and what they've done so far, 62 for 3. And Juman currently going through a very good spell, giving it some lovely air, and this one is going to beat the mid-on and getting to the boundary for 4. So Ramsaran picks up a boundary, much needed at this stage for Presentation College. Take the score up now to 66 for 3.
Yeah, been trying to change gears for a period of time now, but getting the elevation here over that mid-wicket position, and it raced into the deep mid-wicket boundary for a welcome boundary, may I say, for Presentation College.
Yeah, welcomed at this stage, 66 for 3. No change. Well, actually, the long on now has been pushed back. So slightly flatter delivery and cut away just a single. Juman just pulling the line back slightly.
So Presentation College, they would have been the overwhelming favorite in this encounter. But I must admit, Hillview College, they've come to the party very early here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. They're making it very, very difficult for these presentation batters.
This time a straighter delivery and good result for Hillview College, a dot delivery.
But more important, you could see the aggression in terms of the guys from the inner circle really speeding in to ensure that there is no rotation of the strike. So that in itself, I'm sure the Hillview fielders, they are very well aware that if they continue to squeeze these presentation batters, they will have no other choice but try and take the aerial route, which they have well covered as well.
Yeah, definitely a well-balanced field. This time it's another good delivery. Not much Rampasad could do with it. Another dot delivery. Juman continues to bowl well, having conceded a boundary early in the over. Coming back with 2 dot deliveries. I see skipper Ricky Ragunanan with his cloth out. Tells me that there is some dew here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Something that would be new for most of these guys. And this one is hit firmly down to long on, and good running by Ramsaran and Rampasad, completing 2 runs to finish off over number 11. At the end of it, 69 for 3.
So excellent running from both Rampasad and Adi Ramsaran, enabling their team to get that extra run. So the bowling being as tight as the economy could do, it's important for both these batters to explore any weakness with the boundary riders, taking them on, as much as possible.
But I like to say though, Anil, at this stage of the game, 11 overs, Ramsaran, who's been there for quite some time, he's 21 now, and Rampasad just trying to establish himself. I would think that these two could probably knock it around until about up to the 15th over or so, and just to know that 2 new batsmen must not be at the crease at any point in time, which is definitely work in favor of Hillview.
So the Hillview, Jordan Mohammed, he will want to change that here. He will want to get rid of the dangerous Adi Ramsaran at this stage. And if Hillview College could possibly pry out a wicket or 2, between now and the 15th over, it will really open up this presentation batting unit.
Yeah. Don't want to expose the lower order batsmen too early in the piece. Ricardo Chase certainly can use the long handle.
Yeah, Ricardo Chase's batting has really come on by leaps and bounds. He spends a lot of time, trying to, to make that improvement.
It is also Aiden Ratcher and of course skipper Jalim. Well, at this stage it's good. It's good rotation of the strike between these two, not really getting bogged down at this stage, just knock it about.
But we all do know, Kili, what pressure can do. From 70 for 3, you could be 90 for 7.
Yeah.
And, it could happen, so quickly.
And this time, it's long and it's going over the head of long on. Ramsaran with a maximum flighty delivery, using his feet lovely and getting the elevation and the desired result, 6 runs.
So Adi Ramsaran taking on that invitation from Jordan Mohammed, flighty delivery, and he used his feet really well, getting to the pitch of the delivery, and with a nice follow through of the bat, hoisting that ball high and handsome over long on for a maximum.
Yeah, excellent shot from Ramsaran. Continues to play well. 28. He is now. This time it's a short delivery. And Ramsaran again rocking on the back foot. And this one goes over mid-wicket for another maximum.
So Jordan Mohammed rattled by Adi Ramsaran here at the Barala Cricket Academy, taking them over deep backward square for another maximum. And my word, this young man does pack a punch.
Yeah, well, it's something, Anil, that we've not seen much of Ramsaran with the big hitting. We've had quite a few looks at him in the 50 over version of the game, and he was just looking to knock it about. But this time, it's always a good sign to see when they're able to change gears according to the situation.
But what is very impressive from the young man is his ability to pick the length of the delivery so quickly. And on the second occasion, he rocked onto the back foot and really climbed into that half pitcher from Mohammed.
Another flight to delivery and punched into the offside and picks up a single to finish off the 12th over. Productive one for Presentation College. Score 84 for 3. Ramsaran is 35. Rampasad is 7.
So based on what we've seen thus far, the current run rate is just hovering around that 7 mark with 12 overs already completed, 8 overs to go. My thinking is going to be Presentation College, they would possibly be looking to get anywhere between that 155, 160 mark. Anything above 160, I think it's going to be an uphill task for the Hillview boys.
Yeah, definitely. But Hillview, at this stage of the game, really just needs to keep plugging away, try to get those dot deliveries, and you mentioned bowl one side of the wicket where the protection is.
But more importantly, it's important to keep chipping away at the wickets as well, because if you continue to chip at the wickets, then the scoring rate will definitely, decline.
Yeah, bowling change from the southern end. Andre Suglal comes back into the attack. 2 overs, none for 13 so far.
So Hillview ringing the changes here at the Brown Cricket Academy, trying to get that breakthrough.
Yeah, Ramsaran looking to go with this one again, and maybe just holding a bit in the wicket.
Yeah, we're seeing that this pitch is a bit too pace as well here, Kadu.
This time again.
And he's dropped by the wicketkeeper here.
And another run on offer. Ramsaran with a big dive.
Ball there.
And not out, says the square leg umpire. So good running in the end from Ramsaran, but a chance gonna begging. Yeah, wicketkeeper Ramsunda. Difficult chance, you would say, Anil?
Yeah, the ball peeling off the edge there is always difficult. And we're going to have here a look at this run out opportunity. In comes the ball. Well, from what we are seeing there, he's well short of his ground. So the umpire, I must admit, he has erred with that decision.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't have the benefit of the second view of the replay. So,
Very poor umpiring indeed. I think he's just about 8 meters away from 10 meters away from the line.
well, it's 87 for 3, halfway through over number 13. So glad with a quicker delivery. And can't stop the single. Good running again from Rampasaran and Ramsaran, sorry.
Well, what Presentation College has done really well. This Brian Lara Cricket Academy field is a huge field. So you've got to be extremely careful in terms of the angles in which you have your fielders. And once they are out of position, the batters are easily able to rotate the strike.
Yeah, Ramsaran again looking to just open the face on this one. There's a short third man in as well, so he's just going to get a single for this. And it's also a risky shot to be playing at this stage when you're well set on 38.
Yeah, I prefer to see him stand tall and punch that ball down to long off.
And again, he's beaten outside off stump. So another dot to finish off. Over number 13. A good one for Hillview. Just 4 runs coming in it. It's 88 for 3 after 13.
So Presentation College scoring at 7 3/4 runs per over. Adi Ramsaran is still there on 38. Christian Rampasad, he's on 8. So with 42 balls to go, if you add 42 to that score, it's going to take you to 130. I'm sure that's not going to be enough.
Well,
They will want to ensure Presentation College, they will want to ensure that they get in excess of 150, 160. But the key at this stage would be the youngster Adi Ramsaran. He just seems now to be changing gears, and more importantly, he's dictating pace out in the middle.
Yeah, and you know, with him well set on 38, from a Presentation College point of view, they would want him to continue to bat as deep into the 20, possibly into the 20th over, and that would give them a huge bonus in that score that they're able to get at the end.
Yeah, but Presentation College, they've lost their enforcer in Kaleem Mohammed. He's basically has bullied all the bowlers in the secondary schools league. He has perished early in the piece, so it's up to the likes of Adi Ramsaran and Rampasad, to bat deep into this innings and really give the Presentation College that kind of cushion, to allow their bowlers, to go out there and really express themselves.
Yeah, definitely. So it's another bowling change from Hillview College. Durgadeen back into the attack. And introducing the pace at this stage, Anil, to probably just try and prize out a wicket. A short delivery that is pulled away into the gap. And 4 runs the result. Rampasad getting in on the act as well.
So poor delivery from Durgadeen there, going into the pitch, but that ball just basically sat up and asked to be punished through that deep mid-wicket region there. So an excellent pull shot there from Rampasad. He's going better than a runner ball, and it's just what the doctor ordered for Presentation College.
Yeah, short delivery, asking to be hit. And even
so Durgadeen, having looked at the surface, one would have thought that the information going out to the middle, coming back for his second spell, would really try to pitch the ball up and allow the batters to hit straight down the wicket long on, long off, you're dealing in singles. But once you start to go into the pitch and it starts sitting up, then you're going to disappear.
This time it's a fuller delivery. And a swing and a miss from Rampasad. Right on cue, Arnold.
So these guys just need to bowl a channel. Could you just all about that 4th, 5th stump line? Ask the batters to hit you through cover point. Ask them to hit you down the ground. And once you're able to do that, you're bowling one side of the wicket. You're able to basically control the rate of scoring and also your containment. You can afford to set a plan in place to contain as well.
Yeah, just keeping it simple. And this time it's a full delivery and just a single. Ramsaran was thinking 2.
But one could understand, these youngsters, maybe 15, 16, 17 years old, it's sometimes very, very difficult indeed to ask them to consistently bowl the channel because they have not, they don't have that within themselves just yet, that proficiency to execute on a consistent basis.
Yeah, definitely a learning curve. And for most of these youngsters playing under lights at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, it might be a first experience for some of them as well. This one is stylishly played. And the man from deep mid-wicket is coming across, does some good fielding and keeps it down to 2. A lovely looking shot from Ramsaran, continues to grow in confidence. He's gone up to 40 now. Takes the score up to 95 for 3.
So Durgadi not learning at all. Going into the pitch again, and Adi Ramsaran just getting onto that, lifting that left leg up and pivoting that ball down to square leg. He gets a brace. That takes the score to 95.
Delivery outside off some flirting with danger there was Ramsaran. Just getting it to go away slightly on pitching.
So, to me at this stage, Hillview College bowlers, they're not using the pitch in a manner because there's still a lot of assistance on offer from this Brian Lara Cricket Academy pitch.
Yeah.
Once you pitch the ball in the right areas, the ball is doing something.
Yeah, and the lights, it's going to do things. This time they're getting slightly short to delivery. And there's protection out there. So just a single to finish off the 14th over. Takes the score now up to 96 for 3.
So Presentation College now in the driver's seat to really drive home the nail in the coffin here for Hillview College. Both Adi Ramsaran and Christian Rampasad, doing the job for Presentation College. But I'd like to say, on behalf of secondary schools cricket, what a wonderful sponsor PowerGen has been for this league. Over 20 years of sponsorship, from PowerGen. And indeed, they have always lived up to their corporate responsibility, by ensuring that all secondary school students, boys and girls, have that opportunity through their support so that they could go out onto the fields and display their various talents. So congrats again and to PowerGen, for ensuring that they continue, to support young, exciting talent coming through the secondary school system.
Yeah, definitely. And there we see some of the support, Presentation College supporters. Ricky Ragunanan is back into the attack and Ramsaran goes straight. And man coming across from long off does the fielding, keeps it down to just a single.
So Adi Ramsaran showing a lot of intent there, trying to go down tongue, getting the elevation, but just didn't have the timing, to take it over the line.
Yeah, so long on, long off, deep mid wicket and extra cover. The 4 fielders outside the circle, and this time Rampasad goes, caught in the cover point area. Ragunanan strikes. Well, it's Suglal. It's Andrew
So
Suglal,
Rampasad,
the bowler.
Rampasad trying to go inside out there ball peeling off the edge and just spoon to backward point. So Rampasad leaves, and it brings one of the most exciting cricketers in Trinidad and Tobago in Chase.
Yeah, Ricardo Chase. Certainly at this stage, he's a dangerous man to have coming in.
Well, if you ask me, Kadir, I think this is the kind of ideal platform for Ricardo Chase to come in, because there's absolutely no pressure on him. He could go out there and really start thumping the ball to all corners of this Brian Lara Cricket Academy field.
Yeah, definitely. Once he gets in, he would certainly look to be hitting them over the boundary ropes. He certainly can clear the ropes quite easily, is Ricardo Chase. 97 for 4 it is. Andrew Suglal with a timely introduction there, getting rid of Rampasad. And with now Chase and Adi Ramsaran at the crease. And definitely, if Chase can bat 3 or 4 overs, that 150 will definitely be on the cards.
Well, I'm sure Adi Ramsaran and the think tank of the Presentation College will be issuing some instructions to young Ricardo Chase in terms of his responsibility.
Good delivery first up from Suglal. Andrew Suglal started off things for Hillview College. He's coming back now for his final over. 1 for 18 is his figures. Flighty delivery can't beat the extra cover fielder. So another dot delivery for Hillview College.
So one might be well advised just to keep bowling to Ricardo Chase and keep the likes of Adi Ramsaran on the non-strikers end.
This time Chase is getting off the mark. Nice push down to long off. And good fielding by long off fielder. Good over so far. Just one delivery remaining in it. Can he get out of the over? Just 2 runs and a wicket so far.
But if he could get the rid of Adi Ramsaran with his final delivery, I'm sure Hillview College, they would be rooting to the roof.
Ramsaran again looking to cut this one off his stumps and can't get a run. So a very good over from Suglal. At the end of 15, 98 for 4.
So Presentation College, they're very well placed at this stage here. Normally, the pass score in the secondary schools T20 is normally around that 120, 130 mark. But Presentation College, with 5 overs still to go, I am sure they will exceed that par total of 130 and possibly go on to get anywhere around 150 to 160. But it all dependent on Ricardo Chase and Adi Ramsaran. Absolutely no pressure on these youngsters now. They can afford to flex their muscle, as we say, could you?
Yeah. Just 5 overs to go.
And Ricardo Chase, as we know, is a supremely fit young man. So I'm sure he's going to be pushing Adi all the way to get those extra runs, turning 1s into 2s and possibly 2 into 3. Taking on those boundary riders as well.
Ricky Ragunanan back into the attack. This one keeping slightly low, and Ramsaran was out of his crease, wandering down the other end, and a shy and a miss from Ricky Ragunanan. Ramsaran lives to fight another day. We take a look at this. There was never a single in it.
How could he have missed from that distance? God alone knows. But Adi Ramsaran lives to fight another day. How costly that miss is going to be, one will only have to wait and see. So Hillview College, they would be looking to pry out a wicket or 2, and had they gotten that set batter out, it definitely would have put a lot of pressure on the lower order of that Presentation College batting unit.
Yeah, and it becomes more crucial that Ramsaran bats deeper into the innings. He's the set man. Already 42. And he's shown that he can use the long handle. He can hit big sixes. He's trying to cut again. Misses.
So Ragunanan bowling an excellent line there to Adi Ramsaran, just all about that off stump, taking away the levers there.
Slightly quicker delivery, guided out to the backward point fielder. Easy single. But what Ragunanan is doing, he's not giving them any pace to work with. He's bowling slow and through the air, asking Chase and Ramsaran to make all the pace if they want to go big. This time again, it's a slow delivery, and Chase has to go bowl all over the place. Ragunanan is striking. It's 100 for 5.
And I must admit, it's poor batting from Ricardo Chase. Going for a hoo-ha across the line of the delivery, pitching on off stump, spinning back and rocking back the off ball there. So poor batting from Ricardo Chase. One would have thought, what was required at this stage was for him to just understand, to be clear in his execution of his role in terms of rotation as the strike, batter over to try and get himself set, and then possibly, as you had alluded earlier, into maybe the 17, 18 over, give him the license to try and go big. Unfortunately for Presentation College, he has perished via a hoo-ha, as we say.
Yeah, done bowl long. Timely, another timely breakthrough for the boys from the East, Hillview College. And it brings to the crease another exciting prospect, Aiden Ratcher, who too can hit the ball, but at this stage, it still requires Ratcher and Ramsaran to knock it about for just up to that 16th, 17th over, and get yourself in, get accustomed to what the surface is doing, and then from there you can launch in the final 3 overs.
Yeah, I'm afraid Presentation College is really throwing away a good opportunity to really set a very imposing target indeed for this Hillview team. But compliments to Hillview, they keep fighting, they keep battling, and by chipping away the wickets, you just never know.
Ragunanan this time from around the wicket, and Ratcher is immediately off the mark. Bit of a fumble in the field, doesn't result in an extra run. So it's 101 for 5 at the end of 16 overs, with an excellent over from the skipper, Ricky Ragunanan, over in which he picked up the big wicket of Ricardo Chase, who went bowled for just 2.
So Hillview College continue to claw themselves back into this game, by picking up those 2 quick wickets. Had they got that run out, then the cat would definitely be amongst the pigeons there, because they would have been 6 down for that score.
Yeah. A whole different equation had they executed that run out.
But luckily for Presentation College, the fieldsman did not hit directly. Didn't hit the woodwork. And Adi Ramsaran lives to fight another day. He's batting well on 43. He has been the mainstay of this Presentation College innings thus far. Striking 2.
Yeah.
Impressive maximum 1 in particular, using his feet really well and lofting that ball high and handsome over long on. That was a sight. You always love to see youngsters using their feet and getting to the pitch and executing.
Yeah. Well, it looks to be Jordan Mohammed back into the attack.
So what we've seen is basically Hillview College has gone back to their spinners here, Kadir, because the likes of Durgadeen, they have not really been able to come to the party. They haven't been able to really use the conditions, to the best.
Yeah, he just been too much off pace, Durgadeen. not been consistent in his lines and lengths. So Mohammed in his final over, none for 28. No white signal from the umpire, so Ramsaran just maybe pulling away slightly, making that step towards leg stump. Just getting inside the trim line there was Jordan Mohammed. So well executed delivery.
So another dot delivery. That's goal at this stage of the innings, Kadir.
Yeah.
So Adi Ramsaran just seems to be in two minds how he wants to play at this stage of the innings. He's possibly looking at that slug sweep, but at the last moment he's just trying to back up that ball, and at the last moment he's not doing either.
Yeah, well, it's not so profitable, that shot that he's trying to play, because he's just trying to guide it along. There's not much pace to work with. At best, he's gonna get a single for it. And this time it's another good delivery, pitching and turning away from Ramsaran, and Mohammed too is learning something from Raghunandan. He's bowling slow, and he's getting that grip from the surface.
Well,
excellent stuff.
But there's a lot on offer, I must admit. The ball is ripping. There must have been a lot of preparation moisture still very existent on that pitch. And what that has done, the running now, right, it has really thrown off the running between the two batters, because Adi Ramsaran doesn't seem to be trusting the likes of Aiden Ratcher.
Well, at this stage, it looks as though the momentum has swung in favor of Hillview College, picking up those two quick wickets. And this time again, another play and a miss from Ramsaran. So an excellent over, just a single in it. At the end of 17, it's 102 for 5, with just 18 legal deliveries. Anil, now, what sort of total the Presentation College team would be looking at?
Well, looking at the surface and what it's doing, Kadir, I would believe now that any score above 135, you know, you'll be sitting very comfortable indeed, because there's a lot on offer with the likes of Ricardo Chase, Jason Agard and company. You know, I'm sure these guys are experienced campaigners, and they'll be relentless in terms of how they execute when they have the opportunity to bowl on that surface.
Yeah, not to forget Aiden Ratcher as well, who bowls with
And
some
then you have the
lively
likes
pace.
of Khalid Mohammed, who trucks his off spin as well.
Yeah, there's also Brendan Boodoo with his leg breaks. But it's Ricky Raghunandan, short to delivery and pummeled down to long off. Just a single in it. So Hillview College now really buoyed by these wickets. You're seeing a lot of chirping, and the fielders now being very proactive, looking to release the ball quickly from the boundary.
Well, I tell you what, Hillview College is right back into this contest here, Kadir. Doing an excellent job. Their spinners are really coming to the party here at the back end.
Ramsaran is punching this one out to deep extra cover. Just a single. So bowling well into the field that he set. Ricky Raghunandan dealing in singles.
So if they continue to deal in singles, Hillview College would be very pleased indeed.
Ratcher is looking to launch this one. Doesn't make proper connection, but still able to get a single. Though Raghunandan continues to bowl slowly into the surface, and he has definitely found his areas. Is Ricky Raghunandan. This one is up in the air. Long off is getting under it, and Long on takes the catch. So Ramsaran, the big wicket, goes Soglal completing the catch, and Ricky Ragunan strikes yet another time for Hillview College. Yeah, nothing to work with in terms of pace and getting the height but not the distance required. And Ramsaran goes for well played 44. It's 105 for 6 now.
So a massive breakthrough here for Hillview College. Ricky Ragunanan coming to the party, getting rid of the dangerous Adi Ramsaran via caught on the long on boundary. And I must tell you now, Kadir, that Hillview College have really, stemmed the flow, and they are back into this contest full time.
Yeah, they've clawed their way back, and what a better way to do so than picking up wickets. It's the best way to claw yourself back into a contest is by picking up wickets, and they've done so excellently well with some good outfielding and good catching from the Hillview College boys. 105 for 6. 17.4 overs gone. Isa Ali, the new batsman for Presentation College.
So just as we were having the discussion what the pass score normally is with these secondary school games, which is between 120 to 125, now it's going to take a big effort to get in excess of 130 from Presentation College. But just 14 legal deliveries available. If they were to go at a run and ball, that would take them to 119.
Yeah, maybe 120, 125 might be a pass score, considering the dew on offer and what the surface is doing. Ali can't get a single. Ratcha was halfway down, and another fumble in the outfield. But a good result nonetheless. It's a dot delivery.
So a lot of indecision from both Ali and Aidan Ratcha. Ratcha was screaming for that single, but Ali was having none of it. And it just shows us again what pressure does. It sorts of cloud your judgment at the critical time.
This is another good delivery from Ragunanan. A dot again to finish off over number 18. 3 runs on a wicket in it at the end of 18. 105 for 6.
So Hillview College coming back here big time, having really arrested the scoring from the Presentation batting unit. They
so
got
from
off
over 14 to over number 18, just about 10 runs scored for the loss of 3 wickets.
And that's what wickets does, Kadir. If the likes of Ramsaran and Ricardo Chase had batted until the 18th over with wickets in the shed, right, that gives you the luxury for guys to really go out and express themselves. But when you continuously keep losing wickets at critical junctures in the innings, it really does set you back big time.
Yeah, definitely. It confuffles the whole planning, and that base the launch with wickets in the back end, it just doesn't happen. But credit must be given to Hillview College. The way they fought themselves back into this game. It's been commendable at this stage, and with just 2 overs remaining, if they can continue to keep the runs down and pick up wickets, it's really put a significant dent into the scoring.
We're hearing the Tassa blasting away into the stands there, and I must admit there's a very healthy crowd indeed, out at the Brown Cricket Academy watching this mouth-watering contest taking place here.
So Durgadeen back into the attack for his final over. Switching ends. Now he's coming from the southern end.
So Durgadeen bowling with a third man, a backward point, cover on the boundary, extra cover, short extra cover, long off, long on, mid wicket, square leg, and a deep mid wicket on the boundary. This one, you'll have to reload that delivery full and wide. The length was good, but the line, Kadir, keeps eluding these Hillview bowlers.
Yeah. Durgadeen in particular. I know he's not been on song.
But it's not a bad time to come to the party now. If he can pry out 1 or 2 wickets here and really put some more pressure on this presentation batting lineup. It's going to be another wide as well. So possibly just looking for a bit too much pace, you know, is Durgadeen there. Not sticking to the basics, could you? These youngsters and them.
Yeah.
Just 12 deliveries that's required to be bowled. And you have the responsibility of bowling 6. You know, you've got to have that clear thought process. How are you going to execute at this back end of the innings? Is it going to be short and wide? Is it going to be full Yorkers?
Yeah. And the surface too is assisting the bowler. So maybe he can't go into the surface and try to take some pace off. There is protection on the boundaries as well. This time from over the wicket. Racha is cracking this one away. Can't get it past the backward point fielder. A good feeling there from Singh. Adish Singh.
Excellent feeling from Singh there. Stop what would have been a definite boundary had that gone past him.
Yeah, definitely been 4.
So good pressure from Hillview College there. Not giving nothing away. Durgadeen will need to finish well here against the likes of Ali. Possibly try and stitch some dot balls here. You know, it's very important here, Kadir, for Durgadeen to at least try and keep Ali quiet for a couple balls here.
Well, I'll tell you what. Isa Ali is going to have a task on his hands to get off strike. There is protection in the inner circle. Swing and a miss from Ali. And Racha is stranded on the other end.
But how did that miss the off stump? Possibly a coat of paint away from hitting that off ball.
And Racha just coming down to have a word with Ali. You know, from Presentation College point of view, they would want to have Racha on strike for most of these deliveries, as he's the one with more likely to clear the ropes.
And I keep echoing the sentiments, Kadir, that these youngsters need to be absolutely clear what their role and function is at this back end of the innings. For Ali, to me, it should be just to get behind the line, drop the ball, and be off and running.
Well, this time he is getting some bat on ball and getting a single there. So it brings Racha back on strike. 109 for 6 it is. Halfway through the 19th over, penultimate one of the innings.
What I'd like to see, Kadir, is the long off coming to that mid-on position and that backward point going straight out onto the boundary, because to me, Racha seems to be very, very strong going outside the line of the off stump.
Yeah, that's a very good spot there. Anil, and Ali was a bit laboring to come down to the striker's end. A poor throw and able to come through for a single.
Ali's a big unit, you know, Kadir. He's a huge unit. So he will take some time to get down the other end. So Durgadeen will want to at least try and get another dot ball here to Ali. Just needs to bowl a channel here, Kadir. Because Ali, all he's looking to do is really try and wheel that stick in his hand. He's not really looking to get back and across and any...
Looking to hug this one. This comes off the inside edge. But he's able to get up the other end and get Racha back on strike.
So more importantly for Hillview here is to protect this boundary in this last delivery, Kadir. And as I said, alluded to earlier, I would love to see that backward point on the boundary, get that long on into a normal conventional mid-on position and ask him to hit through the offside.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Hillview can get a dot here, it would mean that Ali would be on strike for the final over. So all to play for here with this final delivery. And Ratcha is doing the smart thing, just nudging it into the offside and getting up the other end for a strike for the final over. At the end of 19, it's 1-1-1 for 6.
So here we see Riyad Mohammed sprinting out to the middle, and I'm sure it has to be some kind of information going out to the middle. Coach Rydell Ramsaran possibly sending out his final instructions in terms of how he wants Ratcha to bat this last 6 deliveries. Obviously, it is clear that Coach Ramsaran will want Ratcha to bat possibly all of the 6 deliveries, but Hillview College, in my estimation now, Kadir, needs to be smart, spread the field on the offside, bowl one side of the wicket, give him a single, and try and bowl to Ali for the rest of the over.
Yeah, that would be something that Hillview College could try to do. Well, it's the final over, and the 4 deep fielders, 1 out at long off, long on. There's also a man at a straightish extra cover, if you like. Well, he's now coming inside the circle, so there's long off, long on, deep mid wicket, and they're now sending the extra cover back on the boundary.
So it's going to be Raghunanan from the pavilion end.
So it's Raghunanan with the final over. Flight to delivery, and Ratcha is getting this one into the gap. Excellent start to the final over. 4 runs it is. It's 116 now for 6.
So Raghunanan is flighting this delivery on, but watch Ratcha measuring him and lofting through that mid-wicket for 4.
Yeah, excellent start to the over for Presentation College.
Well, I can't see Ratcha cover drive into that cover position on the boundary. One would be well advised to strengthen the leg side, because he definitely showing a lot of intent in terms of using his bottom hand, Kadir. So we see that fieldsman there at that wide long on position being stationed now.
Ratcha, though, choosing to go for the single, so it's 2 wides, but it means that Ali now is on strike.
But some of the fielders seem to have slipped away, because the guy who was at that wide long on position, he has not moved yet. There is no extra cover in position at this stage.
So it's still Ali is going straight, and just a single. So Ali doing the smart thing, getting off strike. It was literally a free hit for Ali at this stage, and he's gotten Ratcha back on strike.
So with this field that Raghunanan has, he has to bowl outside the line of the off stump.
And again, Ratcha is getting outside off stump and just trying to help it behind square.
But I tell you what, the wicketkeeper, he's not assisting the Hillview unit at all. He's just possibly a makeshift wicketkeeper, because he's not showing any signs at all, to be a competent wicketkeeper.
Ali again using his feet and getting a single.
So Ratcha adding some valuable runs here at the back end of the inning, scoring 12 from 9 deliveries. And if he could possibly get a maximum of 2 boundaries in this last 2 deliveries, it would really put the icing on the cake here for the Presentation College batting unit.
So just 2 legal deliveries to go. And Racha is launching this one. Doesn't get the distance. And the catch completed by Ram Logan at long on. So Racha trying to get the maximum. Holds out in the deep. Smart
But excellent bowling from Raghunathan, not giving him the pace. You know, he had to fetch that from wide outside the line of the off stump, but only finding that long on position, long on fielder there. So, just one legal delivery to complete this innings. Your thoughts on the score thus far?
Yeah, 121 for 7. Based on what we've seen from the surface, I think it might be just about a par score here. Considering what the Presentation College team have in terms of their resources, in terms of their bowlers. They would have wanted that 130, 140 score in that region.
They've got Nikhail Jalim, the left arm orthodox spinner. They've also got Jason Agard, Ricardo Chase in their ranks, Aidan Racha. So that in itself is a formidable bowling lineup with the likes of Khalil Mohammed, Will Truggies off spin as well.
Yeah, so final delivery, Jalim on strike. And Jalim is hoiking this one into the leg side and just a single. So at the end of 20, Presentation College able to get up to 122 for 7.
But I'm surprised that Raghunathan didn't take the opportunity there to try and affect that run out just by underarming the ball there. But I guess looking to take the safe route, you know, by not giving away an extra run. You never know at the back end of the innings how important that extra run could be for Presentation College.
Yeah, definitely. So at the end of 20, Presentation College able to get up to 122 for 7 means that Hillview College would need to get 123 if they are to get into the final of the secondary schools intercol. So we go for a quick break and we'll be back with the run chase very shortly. So welcome back to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy for the run chase. Hillview College needing 123 for victory in this game. It's Hillview College up against Presentation College San Fernando in the semi-finals of the Secondary Schools Cricket League, the Intercol division. And the Presentation College being asked to bat first, posted 122. And now it's Hillview College with their chance to showcase what they can do with bat in hand. And for them, well, the opening pair for Hillview College is Joseph Mendoza and Andre Suglal. And for Presentation College, it's the usual left-arm pacer in Jason Agard to start off proceedings. So this first power play, just two fielders beyond the 30-yard circle. And it's Agard from over the wicket. Mendoza is on strike. So it's a short third man, a backward point, a cover, extra cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket. A man now is going back to deep backward square. And a fine leg. Just about getting ready to start here. As I welcome back Anil Lakan.
So it's going to be Jason Agard from the pavilion end.
So it's Agard. Starts off with a short delivery. It's ballooning over the man at backward point. And Mendoza is off and running. Gets 2 runs. So Hillview College getting off early in the piece.
So Jason Agard will need to recalibrate his length and line very quickly here, Kadir. There's a lot still in this pitch for the bowlers. And one would be very well advised to ask him to pitch the delivery and allow the ball to do its work.
Yeah, Agard, he usually is a lot fuller than that, so maybe just a loosener to start with. And immediately a field change. A man from deep backward square has been called up. And the appeal is going up. The umpire, though, is saying that it just brushed the tie pad on its way through to the wicketkeeper. And so not out is the decision. Presentation College, though, were confident that they had their man. Just brushing the tie pad on the way through to wicketkeeper Ali. A good take from wicketkeeper Saif Ali. Shuffling down the leg side, completing the catch. So yeah, that man from deep backward square has been called up, and they've sent the man out at extra cover, deep extra cover. And this one, there is some movement for Agard back into the right-handed Mendoza.
So Jason Agard has noted his stock delivery, is the ball that shapes into the righter and leave the left-handers. So possibly may explore the option of going round the wicket and getting that ball to arc back into Mendoza. It's an option that he also has.
It's another field change. Long on now. It's dropped back. Man from extra cover has come up inside the circle. And again, ball shaping back into Mendoza. Taken on the body, and they go through for a leg by. So the left-handed Suglal is on strike. A slip in play now. good from Agard. Hitting those areas early.
Sugla getting nicely into line. Jason Agard pitching that ball up just about that off stump line. Sugla gets back and across, plays it neatly out to cover point. There's no run.
So as a coach here, Anil, what would you be saying to the Hillview College batters at this stage, having to get to 123 for victory?
Well, it's basically a run a ball, Kadir, and it's very important to keep the rotation of the strike going, but more importantly as well, to not lose early wickets because it's going to really set you back. But they must have a plan in terms of who is going to be the enforcer at the top of the innings there. Who's going to take on the likes of Jason Agard, Aidan Ratcher, Ricardo Chase, as the case may be.
Yeah, doesn't want to lose early wickets. Yeah, so at the end of the first over, it's 3 without loss.
Because you just can't sit out there and think, well, okay, we're going to wait till the 5th, 6th, 7th bowling option. By the time that, the game would be done and dusted.
Yeah.
So the Hillview batters, they will be well inclined to show a lot of intent in terms of trying to get some boundaries in the power play, and also the run in between the wickets has to be of the highest order.
Yeah, it has to be precise, running between the wickets. So Aidan Ratcher now from the southern end. Bowls with some lively pace. It's Aidan Ratcher.
Aidan Ratcher was at Invaders Ground during the course of last week doing some work with Riyad Emirates, and I must admit that he did bowl with a lot of fire during one of our practice sessions. A youngster with a lot of promise, a big heart, really hits the deck hard. So
Yeah.
very exciting prospect is Aidan Ratcher.
False start there from Ratcher.
So it's something that he's been working on, Kadir, in terms of his fluency when leading up to the crease. That Riyad Emirates is extending himself and trying to assist the young man to get that nice, smooth delivery.
Well, he is definitely a bright prospect. He has that pace factor about him, just to work on his fluidity. So he has a short delivery, and Mendoza is getting it up and over the man at the square leg, and it's going to trickle into the boundary for 4. So Mendoza taking on Ratcher immediately. Short pitch delivery. And this is the way Mendoza plays. He likes to get after the bowling. And this would definitely be a good contest here.
Well, it doesn't seem to be that Aidan Ratcher is bowling to the plan, because had he had in his plans a bowling short to these batters, he would have had possibly a deep backward square or a fine leg in position. There's neither of those, so the plan has to be to bowl all about that off stump line.
This one is getting through with some lively pace again. Wicketkeeper Ali taking it above his shoulders, and it was still climbing. Testing out the center of the pitch, getting something there is Aidan Ratcher. So just one man beyond the 30-yard circle. He's out at third man.
So the presentation outfit, Aidan Ratcher, he's bowling with a 6-3 feel, which predominantly on the offside. So one would hope that he continues to hover around that off stump line.
There he is again on the line of the body. A slight fumble in the field, able to go through for a single there, Mendoza.
So the Hillview batters showing a lot of intent here, which is extremely important, Kadir, when chasing a small total.
Quite often we see small totals. It's not that easy. It's always tricky. You don't know at what pace to go about it. And sometimes you can just tend to lose it somewhere along the line. But I think intent is the key thing for the Hillview batters.
So 6 fielders on the offside, a third man Backward point. Cover, extra cover. Mid off, mid on, mid wicket, square leg.
And this one is flushed down to third man. Good work from Agard. Down there, keeps it down to just a single.
So it's important for the Hillview batters here to take advantage of that power play. Possibly try and get maybe 35-40. And if they could go without losing a wicket, it would really put them in the driver's seat.
Racha again. And a good single from Mendoza. Immediately took off for the run. And he was well backed up by Suglal.
So good communication between Suglal and Mendoza, really putting the presentation fielders on the back foot there. It's tip and run at this stage.
Yeah, it's good from Hillview batters so far, 10 without loss.
But I still think that the likes of Aidan Racha, he has not really gotten his radar right in terms of his length and line. There's still a lot on offer from this pitch.
This time it's a good delivery, a good fielding by Buru at backward point. So a dot to finish off the second over. It's 10 without loss.
So both Suglal and Mendoza looking very, very tight in defense, very organized as well. So Hillview needing another 113 for victory. A lot is going to be dependent on Mendoza and Suglal to give them that excellent start. And if either one of these batters could really go on to the back end of the innings, I'm sure we're going to be in for a very thrilling game of cricket here at the Brahma Cricket Academy.
So it's Jason Agard again. 2 men out at fine leg and long on. And those are flushes and misses.
So Jason getting that ball to slide across the right-hander. That's his other variation delivery.
Yeah.
It's not a stock delivery, the one that tails back from outside the line of the off stump. So excellent variation from young Jason Agard, showing his full repertoire.
Yeah, he's experienced at this level. He had that camp, that under 19 camp in Coolidge, where you'd have learned a lot of his craft, getting better at his craft. And this one again, wide signaled by the umpire. It looks as though Mendoza is the one who is tasked with enforcing and making use of the power play.
Well, I think Jason is really bowling into where he loves it, short and wide, with no third man in position. Anything above, outside there, it is basically a freebie. He can either go for the uppercut. If he uppercuts, it's going to flow away to the boundary.
Changing mode, coming left arm, wrong.
And there's a huge gap between short third man and that backward point region as well.
Yeah.
So anything in the air between that those two fielders, you know, is really going to open up that boundary option.
So again, pushes it out to the backward point fielder and takes off. Mendoza and Suglal seems to have a very good communication.
Well, at the back end of the secondary schools league, one would have an appreciation that both these players, you know, they definitely got better and better as the season progressed.
This one takes the edge, bounces just in front of the wicketkeeper and goes into the third man boundary for 4. Fortuitous, but Hillview take it nonetheless. Landing just in front of wicketkeeper Ali, and Racha, third man, couldn't get across quick enough. It goes for 4. 16 without loss it is. Halfway through over number 3.
Suglal wouldn't be a worried man at all as far as he's concerned. That's 4 to the total, and that's what is important. So that boundary takes the score on to 16 from 2.3 overs. So Hillview staying on course.
And this one is down the leg side. And again Ali is able to knock it down. And Suglal goes through for single. So no signal from the umpire, so maybe just coming off the glove of Suglal.
It's a very lush outfield here at the Brownlow Cricket Academy. Once it passes you, could you hear? It's just a mere care of you retrieving rather than trying to get it in, haul it in.
And again, smart running again from Mendoza and Suglal.
So both these batters are making it look very, very simple indeed.
Yeah, what it's doing too is it's that left hand right hand combination is doing well for Hillview.
Well, in any white ball game, left hand right hand combination is always a handful in terms of the bowlers having to adjust their lines and lengths.
Yeah. And this one is hit a bit uppishly. Man at square leg. Thought he had a chance for a moment, but it goes into the boundary for 4.
This ball is badly lined by Jason Agard on the body, but Suglal just pivoted inside, get inside the line, use the piece, and then whistle past that square leg fielder into the boundary. It's a very interesting start from Hillview College. Both Suglal and Mendoza really putting pressure on these presentation bowlers.
Yeah, definitely. 22 without loss after 3 represents a good start. You know, they've gone through the first 3 overs, they've not lost a wicket, and they've kept the scoreboard ticking.
But what they've done really well, Kadu, is they have not, through the kitchen sink at any delivery. It's been proper cricket shots, and running between the wickets has been immaculate.
So 22 without loss, still requiring another 101 for victory. Racha to continue. And the appeals is going up, and nothing doing from the umpire. Presentation College though looks bemused at not getting the decision. As we have a look at this again, Anil, another short pitch delivery.
It's very difficult indeed, Kadu, to determine if the ball did come off the glove or the face of the bat. But I must admit, it's poor behavior from the presentation players. Once the decision didn't go your way, then it's back to business. It's sad to see these guys and them, accumulating and behaving in the manner that they have. It's very, very disheartening indeed.
And this time it's another short pitch delivery and extended follow through by Racha. It's getting in the face of Mendoza.
And I'm still saying to you, Kadir, that Racha has not gotten this length right on this pitch. There is so much still on offer, but yet still he chooses to go into the wicket. Edge here, edge there, and it flies away to the boundary. Before you know it, it's 40 on the board.
Yeah, well, if it's one thing I want to say about Racha is that he generally is not the one to pitch up much deliveries. He tends to operate in that back of a length area. And so far, just one pitched up delivery we've seen from him. He's into his second over.
But as a young pacer, it's important that you understand the conditions that are present on the surface that you're playing, Kadir. Yes, we could go on record and say he loves to hit hard lengths, but then hard lengths, could disappear. So you've got to make that subtle adjustment as a young pacer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's all about getting acclimatized as quickly as possible to the conditions. Hustling, bustling approach again, back of a length delivery, and Mendoza wanted a single. Wasn't there.
But it's all about assessment, Kadir. For all these youngsters, the batters, the bowlers, it's all about assessment. What you can't and can't do. What is required.
Yeah. I'm going in search of wickets too. Presentation College. Maybe it's just working in favor of Hillview at this stage.
Well, it's been excellent batting from both Suglad and Mendoza. Take nothing away from these youngsters.
This one is pitched up. Not much Mendoza could do with it. A dot delivery. So it's 4 dots so far. So creating some pressure is Eden Racha. And this time it's another short delivery, swing and a miss from Mendoza.
I could tell you he was very lucky to get away with that. Had that gotten any bad whatsoever, that would have flew over that backward point region.
And Kaleem just getting something on Mendoza there. Giving him a earful.
But this contest is far from over.
And this one, Mendoza is helping himself, getting it over mid-wicket fielder, and jogs back for 2 runs. At the end of 4 overs, it's 24 without loss.
So just about even Stevens here, Kadir. The Hillview batters really making a fist of this run chase here, keeping the Press boys on their toes.
I wonder at what stage we're going to see the spinners being introduced.
Well, I might be very tempted now to bring the skipper to bring himself on here, Nikal Jalim.
Surface, as we saw from the back end of the innings when Presentation College batted Hillview, the spinners was getting some purchase from the surface. It'll be very interesting to see at what stage skipper Jalim would get himself and his spinners on. It's Agard to bowl his third. So it means that he has bowled 3 overs inside the power play. I think they're thinking that he might be the best option to make the breakthrough.
Well, at this stage, I would have taken him off. With the scoring rate not really rocketing away, I would have tried to get some of my third and fourth options operating at this stage, could you?
Wide delivery.
And leave the likes of Agard, Jason with 2 at the back end of the innings. In the event that things is tending to get away, you always have that option, that aggressive option in terms of attack. He could come back and possibly pick some wickets for you.
Yeah, Jason Agard too is one who can bowl in the back end. He has those cutters, those variations at the death. It's an interesting option here by Jalim to bowl him his third one. And Mendoza is just limbering out of his crease. And again, nothing doing from the umpire.
So we're going to have a look at this. Suglal plays this out to cover point. And there's a direct hit. My. So even Stevens, as we would say, Kadir.
Over to the umpire in the box here, Mr. Michael Rupa is saying, curtains.
He's got to be on his bike there. But in this game, Kadir, you do need a bit of luck.
Oh, and Mendoza is launching this one high and handsome over mid-wicket for 6 runs. What a shot from Joseph Mendoza.
Well, Jason Agard going into leg stump and Mendoza using the helicopter to good use. That flies over the deep mid-wicket boundary. What an impressive strike from young Mendoza, sending Jason Agard into the upper field.
Excellent shot from Joseph Mendoza.
But more importantly, it takes the score on to 32 without loss.
Yeah, they're rocketing along at this stage in pursuit of a small target, a relatively small target, just 123. They've brought it down to just 91 required now. It's a full toss, it's taking the edge. But there's a third man in place, and it beats Khalil Mohammed at third man and goes into the boundary for 4.
So the wheels are definitely falling off here from the presentation outfit. But Mendoza, what you beauty.
Yeah, throwing
the
caution to the wind.
There. But where was Khalil Mohammed? And I can tell you this much. On an outfield like Brian Lara, you can't hide much people, could you? They're going to be showing up at some stage. And that is what is happening here now. You can't have these guys patrolling the high traffic areas. You got to keep them inside the circle.
Well, Khalil Mohammed is one of the better fielders.
Well, there was absolutely no evidence of that. He was all over the shop there.
Yeah, he got
the ball was going one direction, he was going the other. But one will never know the effect of the dew, on the surface here at the Brownlow Cricket Academy.
Mendoza again looking to lay bat on ball.
And I tell you something, I love the manner in which this young man has really taken to this presentation attack. Very fearless indeed.
He has given his team an excellent start. 36 without loss. He got with one delivery to complete the 5th over. Mendoza again is pushing to middle.
And oh my goodness. Where was the non-striker Suglal? What was he doing?
So not the way that Mendoza would have liked to go on. He definitely given his team a good start, and we were just talking about the communication between these two, and it just let them down at this stage. Mendoza wanted a single. He was coming to the danger end, and Suglal turned it down. And in the end, Mendoza had to go via the run-out route. He goes for a well-played 23. At the end of 5, Hillview lose their first. It's 36-1.
Well, very, very poor running indeed. They're so glad was caught ball watching their career rather than looking to get up at the other end. Mendoza, he was blazing a trail here at the Brala Cricket Academy. Unfortunately for him, he's gone back via the run-out route. And how effective that run-out is going to be in terms of the context of this innings, Kadir, one will only have to wait and see. Because you could have seen that Mendoza, was asked to take on that enforcer role. And my word, did he take that to the letter. He was really having a go at these guys and getting results, may I say.
Yeah, he played excellently well up to that stage. And Suglaldo, what was he doing? He was called through, didn't respond.
Well, I tell you what he was doing. He was ball watching.
And that may now just brought back the Presentation College team into the game.
Well, it has definitely tilted the balance. Because if it's one person who had that potential to hurt you was the likes of Mendoza, now what would need to happen? The likes of Suglal now, he will have to take on that enforcer role and allow the likes of Ramlugan, to come in and try and play himself in.
Yeah. So spin being introduced for the first time. Khalil Mohammed from the southern end. It's going to be bowling to the left-handed Suglal.
So Khalil Mohammed has been very prolific in terms of making some very timely breakthroughs for this presentation outfit.
The final over of the power play might have been tempted to get a slip in place.
I felt like the spinners introduced 1 over too late in the power play. One would have thought that skipper Jalim would definitely have taken the opportunity to bowl in this power play.
So it's Mohammed, and this one is punched nicely through that gap, that cover point area. And a good feeling by Chase. Keeps it down to just 2.
But a lovely extra cover punch through backward. Extra cover punch. Just waited on it and caressed that ball through that extra cover region for 2. So Khalil Mohammed just starting on the short side, if I may say so.
Yeah. So Glaldo seems to be a very compact player. He's getting in line with those deliveries. Looks well organized. Maybe his role might be to bat through the innings.
Well, I tell you what, if he bats through the innings until the 20th over, he possibly could take his team over the line here.
Down the leg side. Wide is the signal.
So Khalil Mohammed, more a troller than anything else. Kadir doesn't seem, very potent indeed, but he has been picking up wickets at a regular interval in the secondary schools league.
So 2 fielders, one at long off and the other at deep mid wicket. And this one again is getting through. Buru, the slight misfield, and the chase can't pull it back. It goes into the boundary for 4. Not that short, but he picked the length early. And
well, he
got
dissected cover to his right and backward point to his left. And there was no other result than a boundary from the moment it sped past them.
It was a misfield from Brendan Buru. Or was it
So
Brendan Buru? It looks to be
Adi Ramsaran.
Ramsaran. We are not happy with that.
So a lot of pressure on these youngsters here. I'm sure his father is not going to be very amused by that.
Brought about a field change. Man now has gone back to deep extra cover. Mid wicket was inside the circle. Again, short and punched into the cover region. Picks up a single.
Well, I'm surprised that Sugla didn't look to go the aerial option on the leg side, because with Kaleem bowling with a 6-3 field, once it goes over the inner circle, you're almost guaranteed 2 or possibly a boundary. So those drag downs, they will want to take more, they'll want to more cash in on those deliveries, Kaleem.
Yeah. So, Logan about to face his first delivery. 2 fielders on the onside, in deep mid wicket and long on. A ring of fielders on the offside, a short third man, backward point, cover, extra cover, mid off. Mohammed from true and over. How often you see this, Anil? And this one is taking the edge, beating the wicket keeper, and there's nothing that the short third man could do but retrieve the ball. Goes for 4.
So the press bowlers, they're really leaking runs here. Kaleem Mohammed, one of the trump cards during the course of the season. He's really under the hilt here now, conceding 12 runs in that over, and it's still not finished. But excellent shot from Ramogan, just allowing it to come to him. And it runs off the outer edge down into the third man region for a boundary.
So a little bit too late now, the slip being introduced. And this one is cut away, and it's another misfield and another boundary. So the wheel's definitely coming off here now for Presentation College San Fernando. Hillview at the end of the power play, at the end of 6, it's 52 for 1.
Well, what Hillview has done is really put themselves in the driver's seat here. The Presentation College, it just seems to be fading a bit here. So at the end of the power play, Hillview chasing a total of 122 for victory. But they are well placed at 52 for 1.
Yeah, so as you say, Analakan is taking his leave. So Nikhail Jalim, a new bowler from the northern end. Really up against it now is Presentation College. 71 required from 84 deliveries. Better than a runner ball. Required rate is just above 5. So a bit more protection now with 4 fielders outside 30-yard circle. Deep mid wicket, long on, long off, and extra cover. Skipper Jalem would need to bowl out of his skin here. Hillview College, though, excellent power play. 52 for the loss of 1. Those dot deliveries greeted by some loud cheers from the press supporters. This one is outside the off stump. Suglal shaped the cut. Went past the edge. It's another dot. Top into the leg side. Able to pick up a single is Suglal. Moves on to 19. So the right-handed Rondell Ramlogan on strike. 8 from 2 deliveries, 2 boundaries to get off and running. Lovely delivery from Jalim Ramlogan. Had nothing to do with it, allowed it to go through. And this one is worked out to the man at mid-wicket, deep mid-wicket. Just a single. So a good over from Jalim. There's 2 coming from it. 54 for 1. At this stage, Hillview College well placed. It's under a runner ball. It's 69 required from 78 deliveries. From here, it's mathematically easy. Cricket is not played on paper. Very difficult out there for these young guys. Brendan Buru is going to take up the attack now from the southern end. Captain of that successful Trinidad under 15 team. Won the tournament out in Antigua. So Buru with a slip in play. So it's a slip in Khalil Mohammed, backward point, extra cover, deep extra cover. Cover, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, and the regulation mid wicket. And again, Ramlogan can't get it through. Just beginning to apply some pressure now is Presentation College San Fernando with their spinners. This one, Ramlogan rather, is looking to go big. He's getting it over that backward point fielder and getting 2 runs, a fall shot from him. Went just over the head of the man at backward point. Desperate dive from Rampasad. Cut away again. No single for Ramlogan. So finishes with a dot delivery. So 56 for 1. Beginning to tighten up things here now with spinners. Those 4 runs coming off the last 2 overs. Remember, these two teams vying for a place in the final of this game. First semi-final. Jalem again to continue. This one is down the leg side. And in fact, the finger goes up. Jalem strikes. Suglal has to go LBW. And the Jalem with a signature celebration. As we have a look at this again, it seemed to be down the leg side. And the umpire there with the raised finger. So Suglal goes for 19. It's 56 for 2. Both openers going back at this stage. I'll just take a slight break here. I'll be back with you very shortly. So welcome back to the Brian Lara Cricket Academy, where we have semi-final action in the Secondary Schools Cricket League Intercol Division. Hillview College in pursuit of 123 for victory, having just lost their second wicket. Andre Suglal going for 19 LBW to Jalem. 56 for 2 it is. 67 required from another 71 deliveries. Skipper though, Ricky Ragunanan, who's come out at number 4. Continues to string along some dots here. Here's Nikhail Jalim. So there is a slip in place. There's a backward point, a cover point. Cover, deep extra cover. Long off, long on, deep mid wicket, and regulation mid wicket. This time it's another good delivery from Jalim. So wicket maiden it is from Jalim. Score remains at 56 for 2. Required run rate now just going a touch above 6. 67 more from 66 deliveries. So it's Brendan Buru. The introduction of Jalim and Buru now has really put a halt on the scoring. The other spinner to be used was Khalil Mohammed. He was taken for 16 in his 1 over. Another play and a miss. So at this stage, presentation clawing their way back into this game via dot deliveries. So Ram Logan gets a single into the leg side. So again, a dot delivery, good work from Riyadh at short third. So just a single from the 10th over. It's 57 for 2. It's 4 overs between Brendan Buru and Jalim, just going for 5. 5 runs from 4 overs. Really putting a hold on the scoring. Khalil Mohammed is back into the attack, having conceded 16 from his first over. Using their full allotment of 4 outside the circle. Deep extra cover Long off, long on. Deep mid wicket. Mohammed with a flighted delivery worked away nicely to the onside. And at this stage, it's not that difficult, you know, just to keep the scoreboard ticking along. Bad balls are going to come along. Just don't want it to get that equation between runs and balls to get too much. 65 more from 59 deliveries. Required rate at 6.5 at this stage. Full delivery can't get past the extra cover. Fielder Ramguli though would have felt that he missed out. Yet to get off the mark is Ramguli. This time again a slightly quicker delivery. Slightly slower. Beats the outside edge. And this one again, Ramguli can't get it past the extra cover fielder. So pressure mounting on Rajiv Ramguli. This stage just needs to get off strike. And again, this tactic that we've grown accustomed to seeing from Kaleem, through and over. A misfield from Nail Mohammed presents a single for Ramguli. So Ramguli finally gets off the mark. 59 for 2 after 11. 64 more needed from 54 deliveries. Brendan Buru, 2 overs, none for 3. Excellent returns from leg spinner. This one is tucked away into the leg side. Coming back for 2 and getting home comfortably in the end was Ramguli. Short delivery and pulled away. This time just a single. This is more like it now from Rajiv Ramguli. As take a look at the supporters. A lot on hand here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy on this Monday evening, coming out to support schools cricket, secondary schools cricket. And this one is swatted over the head of Buru and goes into the boundary for 4. A good shot from Ramlogan. Slightly tossed up delivery. And chose a good option, going straight bisected long on and long off and picked up a welcome boundary. Logan goes on to 17. Score now 66 for 2.
Fernando. Break it up.
So Budu making the adjustment, pulling his leg back slightly. Budu is taking the man out from slip. He's now gone into a short mid-wicket. This one again, just out of the reach of Budu. And single taken.
Well done now. Nice.
Slip comes back in for Ramguli. And good work from Jalim at the edge of the circle. The end of 12 overs. Hillview in pursuit of 123. Progressed to 67 for 2. Ramguli and Ramlogan trying to form a partnership here. Excellent crowd on hand. Again. It's always refreshing to see support from young cricketers. Kaleem starts his third over. This one is a full delivery drilled to long off. Just a single in it. This is more like it from the Hillview College batters. Again, Ramguli should have gotten a single. Ball was outside off stump. Looking to dab this one. And again, a dot delivery. Ramguli hasn't really gotten any momentum going in his innings. Stuck on 4 from 10 deliveries.
One.
This time he's able to get a single. 69 for 2. Just 2 runs so far in the over. Can Kaleem get out of this over? Another play and a miss. At the end of 13 overs, 69 for 2. Hillview still need another 54 from the remaining 7 overs. So at this stage, just need to get a big over from somewhere, just to even things out a bit. That required run rate up to 7.7. Will not want to get that rate up to above 8s. Could become difficult from there onwards. Christian Rampersad is the new bowler from the southern end. One of the many spinning options at the disposal of skipper Nikal Jalim. Need to find some momentum. Is Ramguli. 5 from 12 deliveries. Just needs to get a move on here. And had Jalim picked up there, it could have been different situation. Ramguli was looking for a single that was non-existent. Pressure mounting on him. 5 from 13. This time getting inside the line and working it behind square for just a single. Singles at this stage not hurting Presentation College team. That rate now going above 8. 8.15 it is.
Gotta fight out there, boys. Gotta fight out there, boys. Keep working, keep working.
Another good piece of fielding from Mburu. Good anticipation.
I got bow in there. You go inside, I got bow in there. Alright, get that. Next time, do it up.
Another swing and a miss from Ram Logan. Very good over from Christian Rampersad. Just a single in it. In the 14 overs. Score is 70 for 2. Thank PowerGen for their continued support for Secondary Schools Cricket League. Promoting youth development through sports and education. A consistent supporter of Secondary Schools Cricket League for over 20 years. Thank them for their continued support. So it's 53 needed from 36 deliveries. Required run rate going up to 8.8 now. It's beginning to get difficult for Hillview College. Spinners really putting a stranglehold on the scoring. Remember, at the end of the power play, the score was 52 for 1. So in the remaining 8 overs, in the further 8 overs, just 18 runs scored. Switch of ends for Brendan Buru. 3 overs, none for 11. Ramguli with a nice nudge into the leg side. Will pick up an easy 2 runs. But at this stage, boundaries is what the Hillview College batsman would need just to get that rate down a bit. What a delivery from Buru, some turn on offer. Beating all ends up was Rajiv Ramguli. Excellent line. Another flighty delivery. Worked away for just a single. Excellent control being shown by the leg spinner. Remember, he's bowling with a dampened ball, as we see rag due on offer here at the Brown Lara Cricket Academy. Ramlogan is launching this one and picking up 6 runs. Timely boundary from Ramlogan. Launches this one over long on and gets maximum. Exactly what is required at this stage for Hillview College. Tossed up and hit straight down the ground. Good hit from Ramlogan. Takes his score now up to 25. 79 for 2. It is. This time looking to go big again. This time a flatter delivery from Buru, making the adjustment. Looking to go big again. Goes past the man at long on in Riyad Mohammed and skips away for 4 more. Excellent finish to the over for Hillview. 83 for 2. Misjudging that one there, Riyad. Bounced just in front of him, skipped away for 4. Oburu completes his 4 overs, none for 24. A good over for Hillview. "13 runs coming in it." Skipper reintroduces himself. Nikhail Jalim. So it's 40 now needed from the final 5. Ramguli though, at this stage, just needs to get a single. Just needs to get off strike. Ramlogan. We take a quick break here. Come back very shortly. So we're back live here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. Final 5 overs. We're getting ready for 40 required from Tete. Jalim back into the attack. Ramguli 9 from 17. Jalim operating with a short third. Backward point, extra cover out on the boundary. Cover. Just losing a bit of his willow was Ramguli. Swinging his bat out of his hand. There. Wanted to hit this one somewhere in Gasparillo. Made no contact. Long off, long on. Man out at cow corner and a deep mid wicket. This time he still can't get a single. Good work by Nail Mohammed at extra cover. Tugged away to the leg side. Bit of a fumble from Chase. And Ramguli wanted 2. Ramlogan said no. Sent him back. Logan is the man that Hillview wants on strike at this stage. He's striking it nicely. 6 and a 4 to finish off the previous over. Has the momentum on his side. And this time he's driving beautifully through that extra cover region. And the A-guard does the fielding. Ramguli swatting this one down to long on. So 86 for 2. Just 3 runs so far in the over. A good one so far for presentation. Can Ram Logan get away a boundary here? Able to get it past the extra cover fielder. Man from long on has to make a bit of a run, and they come through for 2 runs. Good finish to the over, not a bad one for Hillview. 5 coming in it, 88 for 2 after 16. Still needing 35 from 24 deliveries. Still need to find that big over from somewhere. Rampasad back into the attack. At this stage, the spinners are doing a job for skipper Mikhail Jalim. This one is up in the air. It's going to fall short of the fielder at mid-wicket. Aiden Ratcha it was. Just a single. So the spinners doing the job for Perez at this time. No need to call on the seam up options. We're not seeing Ricardo chase. Ratcha with just 2 overs up front. Agard bowled 3 in the power play. We're not seeing Nail Mohammed. Spinners keeping a lid on things at this stage. Was this a chance? Just a single though. Take a look at this. No, it was just drilled back to the bowler. Got a hand on it. Just a single. 2 singles to start off the 17th over. Ramguli 12 from 22. And this time Mohammed holds on. Stiff chance at mid-wicket. And he's never going to drop that, is Khalil Mohammed. Ramguli stay. His painstaking stay comes to an end. 12 from 23. Looking to hoik this on the leg side. And Mohammed palmed it up in the air and held on to the rebound. So Hillview lose their third wicket with the score on 90. Rampersad striking. New man is the wicketkeeper, Ethan Ramsunda. Required rate now going above 9.4. He would need to get some boundaries away. Maybe he is sent out to do a job. So, game on a knife's edge. Feel as though if Hillview can get a big over, it'll be right back in this contest. And for presentation, as long as they're able to continue to pick up wickets, they will also stand a good chance to go on and get a positive result. Let's see what Ramsunda has here. This one again, a slight misfield from Riyadh, and good backing up from Egard. Or Ratcha it was, who was backing up. It was a fumble again from Riyadh and 2 runs taken. Ramsunda definitely showing intent from the onset. This one is down the ground. Mohammed is getting on it, and Mohammed takes the catch. So, back-to-back wickets for Presentation College San Fernando. Ramsunda looking to go the aerial route again and holding out to the man in the deep, Riyadh. And look at the celebrations. Rampersad, what an impact he's having. 2 for 5 in 1.5 overs. 2 wickets in the 17th over. Exactly what was required from him. New man is Adesh Singh. Left-handed Adesh Singh has come out to join Ram Logan. So for the left-handed Singh, the deep fielders, deep mid-wicket, cow corner, long on, long off, and deep extra cover. This one again goes past the edge, some turn, and the finger goes up. So Rampersad striking for yet another time, 3 wickets in the over. Really turning this contest on its head. Singh has to go for no score. Rampersad, lovely flight to delivery, getting some turn. And my. Not a good decision from the umpire. Definitely daylight between bat and ball. I'm not sure what he heard there, but really poor decision from the umpire. Now you have a look at it again. You judge for yourselves at home. Definitely some turn. Ball nowhere close to the bat. I'm not sure what he would have heard there, because the bat was nowhere close to the pad. So definitely a really poor decision from the umpire. 92 for 5. And this game now has really swung in favor of Presentation College San Fernando. 31 required from 18 deliveries. Required run rate up to over 10. It's 10.3. And it's not over by any means. Rundle Ramlogan is still there. He's 33 not out. And he would be the man to really get some boundaries if Hillview College had to go on and win this game. Well, the new man to the crease is Luke Mulchansing. Not a very good decision from the umpire. Definitely would be feeling for Singh. Kaleem back into the attack. Just a single. Singles not hurting Presentation at this stage. Really protecting the boundaries. So Mulchan Singh face his first delivery. Long off, long on, deep mid wicket. Putting a squeeze on the new man. Not giving him any easy singles. Just 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle, 3 deep fielders. So inside the circle there's a backward point, extra cover, mid wicket and a square leg. Another appeal from wicketkeeper Ali. Required rate now is at exactly 12 runs to the over. 30 required from 15. Play and a miss goes through the legs of the wicketkeeper Ali. Able to come through for a bye. The good thing is that Ramlogan is back on strike. Needs to start getting them over the boundary. He's trying to do so, just not making proper contact is Ramlogan. Just a single. Spinners have really come into their own after the power play. Really arrested the scoring. So no run from the final delivery of the over. So 95 for 5, 28 required from the remaining 2 overs. Mohammed finishes his spell, 4 overs, none for 22. It's Christian Rampersad who bowled the penultimate over of the innings on a hat-trick, having picked up 2 wickets off the final 2 deliveries of his previous over. Wickets of Ramguli and Singh. It's Ramlogan on strike. 28 required. Rampersad on a hat-trick, full delivery, and swatted away into the offside, and picking up 2 runs. Ramlogan, just a single. Not the intended result. With bowling again from Rampersad, taking pace off, very slow through the air. Mulchan Singh is getting this one in the gap and picking up 4. Squirted through the backward point area, and he picks up a boundary. Getting a good piece of this one. 21 from 9 deliveries. Are we in for a fantastic finish here? Will it be Hillview College, or will it be Presentation College of San Fernando? Who is going to book their spot in the final? That boundary brings up the 100 as well. It's 102 now for 5. No change to the field. Tossed up delivery, Mulchan Singh not making any contact. Again, run out chance. And Mulchan Singh able to make his ground. Ramlogan doesn't want the single. Just one delivery to come in the over. Intense conversation between both batters. What is he saying to Luke Mulchan Singh? This one goes past the wicket keeper. I'm not sure if he got any butt to it. They're able to come through for 2 runs. Wait on the signal from the umpire. Buys it is. So 2 to finish the 19th over. Rampersad finishes with figures of 3 overs. 3 for 12. So we in for the final over, 19 required. from it. Ramlogan has to take all 6 deliveries. Who's it going to be to bowl the final over? Well, it looks to be Chalim with the final over. 19 required from 6 deliveries. Can Ramlogan get Hillview over the line? Or will it be Jalim that takes his team to the final? We'll know in just a moment's time. Deep fielders, 5 of them. One at deep mid wicket, cow corner, long on, long off, deep extra cover inside the circle. There is a cover, backward point. Well, Riyadh now is coming around to short third. Backward point, short third man, extra cover, and a square leg. Ramlogan is looking to launch this one. Has to come back for 2. And he does so. Not the connection that he would have liked. But 2 runs nonetheless. 17 from 5. Ramlogan has quietly gone along to 40. And I'm sure this 40 odd or 50 odd would mean nothing to him if he is not able to take his team over the line. Essentially, that's what we're playing for. This one is speared in. Ali whipping off the bails. But it's a dot delivery. So 17 from 4 deliveries. Just over the middle stump.
Good call, good call, very good call. Yeah.
So, well, essentially here now, it's 3 sixes needed from the final 3 deliveries, and Mulchan Singh is on strike. He's not shown to be one that can get it over the boundary ropes. And just 15 now from 2 deliveries means that if it's 2 legal deliveries, it's no way possible for Hillview College to win this game.
Same thing, I could get 2 sticks here. It wouldn't matter. Which I know fast, that ball, I think. Same thing.
Drilled back past the bowler. So definitely now it looks to be Perez Sando who is going to be marching into this year's Intercol final. 1 delivery to get mathematically not possible. 15 from 1 delivery. Mind games from skipper. Ramlogondo has played a good hand. He's just not gotten any support ever since the openers fell. 41. He's launching this one high in the air. And Ratcha on the boundary. Well, it doesn't matter because the celebrations have erupted here, and it means that Presentation College San Fernando have booked themselves a spot in the final of the Intercol. It's Hillview who, with some dejected faces, and why not? Because after that excellent start from Suglal and Mendoza with the score 52-1 after 6 overs, the final 14 overs just going for 62 from 14 overs. Spinners are really coming into their own and winning this game for Presentation College San Fernando. So congratulations to the Press boys. Commiserations to Hillview College. They played a good game. They bowled well in their first innings, and they really looked on track to go on and chase down this 123. But in the end, they fall short by 9 runs. And Ram Logan had a good knock of 47. So too was Mendoza with 23 and Suglal with 19. And they were able to only get up to 114 for 5. Thanks to some very good bowling from the spinners. Once the spinners were introduced, they really pulled things back for Presando. Kolim at 4 overs, none for 22. Rampasad really turned the game on its head with 3 overs, 3 for 12. Buru 4 overs, none for 24. And Jalim completing his 4 overs, 1 for 17. They really put a screws on the Hillview scoring. And I'm sure they're going to be disappointed, having gotten that start and then not going on to win this game. So tomorrow we look forward to the other semi-final that's going to take place right here at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy tomorrow. It's going to be Presentation College Shogunas up against Fatima from 6 p.m. at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy tomorrow, Tuesday the 25th of April. So that's all we have for you here from the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. At this point, we're going to leave you, and we just thank you for viewing this production, and we look forward to seeing you on tomorrow again.